Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we're reviewing the new K.Flay album, Solutions. K.Flay, also known as Christine Flaherty, is an American singer-songwriter, rapper, and musician. She has been nominated for a couple Grammys, one being for Best Rock Song in 2018 for Blood in the Cut. That track landed itself on K.Flay's 2017 record, Everywhere is Somewhere, which I think in comparison to this new album I will be discussing in today's video is marked with louder hip-hop style production, some electronic elements, wild rap flows, and with this sweeter sense of melody from the vocal tones to the menacing guitar textures. The front half of that 2017 record was truly a breath of fresh air with a unique take on the fusing of alt-rock and rap, in my opinion. Now, fast forwarding a couple of years, and K.Flay is now releasing her third studio album, Solutions, which I think rings itself in as a bit more of a laid-back take on alternative rock. And because of that, there isn't necessarily a strong bite to the songwriting, performances, or arrangements this time round, I feel. Nowhere near as bombastic with the hip-hop production. If anything, we have more straightforward rock arrangements with a tighter, squeaky clean mixing. The synthesizers still get a lot of attention on the project, but the melodies and harmonies they support end up being flat and boring on some of these tracks, and they leave a lot of the heavy lifting to be done by the vocals, which aren't that much more successful. At times, the vocal takes seem like they could have been done over again to cover up for the noticeable apathetic performances. Bad Vibes is a prime example of what I'm trying to say, and that's all due to its float in one ear and out the other kind of sound, which is really unfortunate when there are loud and crunching guitars on the track, but they have no use when colliding against the hit or miss vocal tones. And before we dive deeper into the review, I just want to put this out there in case you haven't heard the album yet and you're looking to see what you're getting yourself into. This is an artist in K.Flay that if you don't enjoy her vocal timbre, it's going to be pretty hard to appreciate what's going on with a lot of this project. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the vocals can really kneecap the potential of what is understood by the lyrics, which I think the lyrics are the strongest trait for this record. The self-love anthem of I Like Myself comes to mind as it colors itself with this very monotone hook, which serves as one of the more captivating on Solutions. However, stomaching the bridge section is a completely different ballgame with the crime vocal inflections, which are downright hideous. The message of the song still rings loud and clear. The tune does justice enough to be passable. It's more of the lyrics I find compelling, such as the vulnerable verses on Nervous and Ice Cream. To explain those two songs in a bit more detail, I feel like the vocals are holding back in the way that they don't provide that in-your-face performance which we have grown to expect with the K.Flay formula over the years. Nervous and Ice Cream certainly engage themselves with exciting dynamic progressions towards their chorus. However, they quickly pull a 180 with washed out and cringy run-of-the-mill alt-rock hooks. I wouldn't necessarily say that they are the worst songs I have heard from the alt-rock scene this year, and despite these issues I have, this project still manages to pull off a handful of highlights, starting with the single This Baby Don't Cry. I love the macho and badass energy to this song. The bass line and the hand clap rhythms are oozing with confidence and a carefree nature. Frankly, I just wish there was a bit more of this on the album. Playing to those strengths though, there are a couple other tracks that do fulfill that craving for the let loose and rock out vibe. The Cut Sister has a synth-led melody that is fairly catchy, and I recently changed my opinion on the song Not in California. I think it provides a much needed jolt of energy to the track list here, while many of the other songs just go by the wayside by being forgettable. Really, summing up this album, I'm indifferent to it. It's adequate, it's sufficient as a whole, but in no way is it knocking my socks off. Ironically, I don't think K.Flay finds many solutions to her problems with this album. Instead, she strips away most, if not all, of the unique hip-hop elements which used to make her stand out against her contemporaries. But now I think she's just imitating or copying, in a way, a bit of Alice Merton's singing style and brand of guitars. So yeah, the originality is lacking a bit here. Either way, I'll meet somewhere in the middle just because I'm really torn between giving this a positive or a negative review. So I'm going to give the new K.Flay record a 5 out of 10. That's the review of K.Flay's Solutions. Sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you think of this music. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a rockin' day.